What is going on, lads, and welcome back to Pokemon FIFA, where we are on episode 21, and if you remember rightly, we were just about to go see Bill, who is the creator of the web app, and we get to his house and we find a Pokemon in here and not Bill. But the Pokemon says that he is in fact Bill, and we need to help him turn back into a person by using that machine that you can see at the top of the screen on him. But while we are doing that, first of all, if you're looking to buy FIFA coins, make sure you use that link that is in the description so that you don't get scammed just like Atsi did. Make sure you get them from a nice, reliable place. Also, I'm going to leave a link to my new series in the description. It's called Around the World in 60 Squads. A little bit of a different take on squad builders. So I would appreciate if you went over, had a click on that link, gave me series a look, see what you think, let me know what you think about it, maybe a bit of feedback, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as Pokemon FIFA. Anyway, we have now freed Bill, so we're going to go have a little chat to him and see what he's got to say for himself. Hopefully he's going to be thankful, maybe give us a bit of help. He is the creator of the web app, so maybe he's going to give us a free pack or a free gift or something like that. But unfortunately, after talking to him, he just gives us a ticket for a boat. So hopefully it's a pretty nice boat, because after all that pain in the arse running all the way up here, fighting loads of people, to just get a ticket to a boat is a bit of a bummer, when we could have maybe got a season ticket pack or something like that. But anyway, we are going to finish talking to him, and we are going to crack on, find some more battles, head over to said boat and to the next city, and hopefully get ourselves another gym battle and another badge. So we come out of Bill's house, and the boat unfortunately is in the little pond there. It's a little bit trickier than that. We've got to go a little bit further, and as we are on our way, we try and get up to that little Pokeball up there. Unfortunately, we need a player with a pair of scissors to cut the bush, and as we walk past, we get a battle that we missed on the way here, telling us about how cool his girlfriend is and challenging us to a fight. So he comes up against us with a pretty decent team, I suppose you could say. It's a really cheap BPL team, however the cheap BPL teams are always the one that scare me. Bent, Welbeck, Kabai, Lennon, all players like that are actually really good, and they cost no coins at all. So just because he's got a cheap team does not mean that he's going to be a bad player and have bad players in his squad. However, we get off to an absolutely cracking start. Mayuka with his left foot, scoring in the 4th minute. Someone mentioned in the comment section of a video of the last Pokemon FIFA that there should be a Pokemon FIFA drinking game, and one of the things should be Mayuka scoring with his left foot means you do a shot, and he does do it a lot, so you would be smashed. You can see there that he pulled it back to 1-all, but David Luiz absolutely power header in the 30th minute, giving us the lead back, making it 2-1. Unfortunately, only 2 minutes later, he goes on the attack, and somehow Anderson squeezes that underneath the goalie and makes it 2-all again. And then this is where we thought, fuck this, let's absolutely destroy this kid. In the 37th minute, we swing it in, it gets cleared out, he makes a terrible clearance to Butner, who spins on it, right foot, bang, top corner, absolute screamer, giving us a 3-2 lead. We then get straight back into the action and nick the ball off him just as he's kicking off and go on the attack again and assert our dominance on this game. Mayuka with a lovely 1-2 goes through on goal. No left foot this time, so unfortunately he won't be doing a shot as he just smashes it in with some near post OP, gives us a 4-2 lead and puts us comfortably in front in this game. But we weren't going to stop there. We give the ball to Agbonlahor, who gives it to Mayuka. Absolutely deft little chip over the top to Danny Pacheco, who once again abuses a bit more near post OP and puts us 5-2 up. So that was basically the end of the game. We were 1 there, we were comfortably ahead, 3 goals ahead, and then as we're going on the attack, we cleared it away from his goal, and he thinks, fuck this, I've had enough, I'm getting absolutely killed. It looked like we were going to score again. Mayuka on the break, you can't stop that. So he rage quits, and of course we get our evolution, and it's going to be Danny Pacheco that's evolving. Pacheco is actually an absolutely brilliant player, like, he's one of the better players in this team, but unfortunately someone had to go, and it was unfortunately him, and we have evolved him into the Everton player that is Stephen Naismith. And to be honest, I actually preferred Danny Pacheco. He was a much better player. He was really hit and miss for me, was Stephen Naismith. When he does something, it's absolutely unbelievable. Like, you'll see a screamer in episode 2 of my new series that he scores that is just ridiculous. That should be coming out in the next couple of days. However, in Pokemon FIFA, he's been very, very hit and miss, and I just haven't really enjoyed him too much, so we will be getting rid of him pretty sharpish, but of course, we've got to get to an all-gold team before we can do that. So you can see that this guy's house is being robbed. There's been a lot of scamming recently in the FIFA community. It's all been coming out. FIFA Ahoy scamming thousands of pounds worth of players, and it looks like on the way, he has hit this guy's house up and trashed it just for good measure. So we're going to do a bit of exploring, and we go into his back garden, and we come up against a member of Team Rocket who's pretending to be innocent, dressed as a policeman, but he does go and challenge us to a fight, and he comes up against us with a pretty decent Bundesliga team. It's not as sweaty as it could be. He hasn't got Esfine or Royce, Boateng, Felipe Santana, Dede, any of them, but it is still a pretty solid team, and we were expecting a pretty hard game, especially as we were in the later rounds of the tournament in this game. But we get off to another absolute blinder. Mayuka not giving two shits there and just smashing it in from long range in the 11th minute to give us a nice 1-0 lead. We then cross it in, and for the second game in a row, David Luiz with a nice towering header to give us a 2-0 lead in the 23rd minute. So this game was going absolutely brilliantly. We then give the ball off to Agbonlahor, who gives it to Naismith, and I've been slating Naismith, well I was just slating Naismith, but a couple of nice step overs, and of course he is going to get that debut goal, squeezing it in the near post with his left foot. Quality goal there, in off the post. So after slating him, he just got a nice little goal there, but like I said, he's a hit and miss. He played absolutely unbelievable one game, and then a little bit shit the next game and not really do anything. But you can see there in the 64th minute, he does pull it back to 3-1. So we were a bit scared that something bad was going to happen, but we get straight on the attack with Mayuka, some nice skill moves, give it off to Agbonlahor, who just slots it in the near post and puts any thoughts of a comeback straight back to bed. So the game was basically won there. He does manage to squeeze another goal out of us from a corner, making it 4-2, but that was a little too late, and unfortunately it had no effect on the game. We won 4-2 and we got ourselves another evolution, and this time it's going to be Butner that's evolving. Butner scored an absolute screamer in the previous game, however he is now the lowest rated player in the team, and we are not going to be evolving the strikers because they are just our two favourite players in this squad. So we've gone for Butner and we've evolved him into another Everton player, that is Leighton Baines. Again, Baines is a top quality player. He's decent to free kicks, he's good at going forward, he's good at defending, and you can't really complain for a couple of thousand coins for an 80 rated player. Arguably, he should be rated higher in this game, as I personally believe he's better than Everett and Ashley Cole, and they are both rated considerably higher than them. But there's nothing you can do, and you may as well just use him anyway, because he is a top quality non-rare player. Anyway lads, that is going to be the end of this absolutely mammoth episode of Pokemon FIFA. We're getting on for about 7 minutes now, which is not like these usually. Usually keep them to 4 to 5 minutes, something like that. So if you have enjoyed this episode, I would really appreciate if you give it a like, because it took even longer than usual to edit. Also, make sure you go and check out my new series. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Around the World in 60 Squads it's called, and hopefully you'll enjoy that just as much as you enjoy Pokemon FIFA. Anyway lads, that is going to be the end of this episode. As I said, if you have enjoyed it, do be sure to give it a like. Subscribe if you are new. Thanks for watching lads, and I will see you next time.